All right, traders, welcome in. Much love, fam. Trav here, and once again, we're going to try to do a lot in a little bit of time. In this video, I'm going to explore a potential bear case. I'm going to look at the trades that I'm in and talk a little bit about my trading philosophy. So, for 2023, how I'm going to adjust my system, at least at the start of the year. I'm going to keep learning, but this is how I'm going to adjust at the start of the year. Now, the last month I have not worked very hard, and I think that resulted in me shorting this entire thing and taking zero longs. But I also did not have breakout longs in my system. So after I did not hold my longs in here, I had no way to get into this, and there were no pullbacks either. Thanks to risk management, I did okay. I'm doing fine. But I'm ready to put some work in. I had several distractions, one of them being surf season, which is going to continue for another month at least, 1 to 2 months. But man, like, it's more important to me than trading, honestly. I just love it. And the second is hosting a really good girlfriend visiting from Austria and um, hanging out with her. She's going and staying with some other friends now, but that also seemed more important to just spend time on my relationships. And I had I had so much fun the past month socially. Not good trading month though, and I'm hoping maybe the second half of January can be better and February can be better, as this is one of the worst months I've ever had. Negative $24,000, 0 wins, 7 losses, one break even. I will say though that as bad as that is, like this is something that I had budgeted for. I looked at my stats and decided that this is something that I could do with higher risk. I never lost more than I budgeted for on a particular trade, so that's good. I managed my risk. My stops kicked in. Not great, but let's move on. Now, before we get into the actual trades that I'm taking, I want to explore a possible bear case. So I have quite a bullish thesis, but I need to always kind of check it with the bear case. The bear case would be that, hey, there was actually a lot of liquidity. Not really, it's higher. It's hard to say that um, on the 3 month that we should go back and take some of these lows. It's not that convincing, but it's a possibility that if we lose buyer support, we could come down here. Um, that could happen if inflation comes back higher or another institution goes under. I can't see an institution going under with price going up. Inflation coming back higher is something that could happen, so something that we need to watch out for. Um, this rally looks like coming out of the 2019 bottom. It doesn't really look like any of these bear rallies to me. Um, it kind of looks like this one a little bit, but I don't know. It's such a strong rally. I guess there's a possibility we get price action like this, where we have ranging. So, I mean, the bear case is maybe not new lows, but that we dump pretty aggressively from here. So, one of the issues, another case for the bear case here is that we took this high here. We took this high, and we have failed to advance from there. This is where a lot of the liquidity is. There's more here, there's more here. And my bullish case is definitely at least 26 in the not too distant future. But the bearish case is we just take this and then we wipe out all these happy, excited longs. So maybe there would be a reason to try to carry shorts down, just set my stops to break even and say, hey, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, the bearish case is not particularly convincing to me. Now let's take a look at the chart. So we've hit our main target, right? There's another target here at 23. There's another target above here at 25, 26. And I guess a target for Bitcoin would be down in the 16s if we were to really dump. I feel like this liquidity is going to be left behind. Now, we have formed a nice range, and it makes sense for this market to range again after, typically, like after a huge amount of liquidity is taken, we have a prolonged range. So a huge amount of liquidity was taken here. It would make sense to have a prolonged range. And in that range, we would build up new liquidity to take us higher. So I'm range trading, and if I had been paying attention the past week, there would have been some really good range trades available. Entry right around here, the short that I missed. But I feel okay playing the range now, putting in some longs and shorts and expecting for lower volatility now. After higher volatility, it's generally markets trend 25% of the time, and they range 75% of the time. After a big trend like this, it kind of makes sense to range for a little bit. Also, because we took this immediate liquidity and we kind of have a ways to go, and there's probably a lot of sell orders in here. That said, it wouldn't surprise me just to turbo up to 26 and leave a lot of this behind. So I had a short right in here. It did not hit. I'm going to reevaluate that in this. And then my system is giving a go long under these double lows. So I will take that. I might also be interested in an inside ladder long here. And I'm fine with this short here as I'm going to be taking a number of trades. Now, I want to, so now that I have more trades in my bag, I have not only my daily exhaustion short, I have not only my run the gap and poke the gap, I have inside ladder trades, and I also am working on breakout trades. I can increase my trade frequency, but in doing so, I think it makes sense to reduce my size, especially after I drew down my trading account quite a bit. So I'm thinking of just any trade that looks somewhat valid, just taking it and taking it at smaller size and allowing myself to take more trades within this range. So the main thing I want to look at here for this, I don't like it as much because we had a daily fair value gap that just got taken. Although we're in this 4 hour and I think it might be okay. So let's go take a look at the lower time frame HY block to see. I want my stops to be basically in the clear and just I would enter on a free candle. So there's liquidity. The hottest spot in the chart is 21.7. My entry is 21.750. My stop is at 20 over 22. There's black over 22. So that's exactly what I want to see for where my stop should be. So yeah, 21.750. Maybe we don't get there, or maybe I just take a loss. But I think looking at the 7-day chart, I'm okay with running that for now. Now, yeah, that long's okay. Let's move on to ETH. I'm trading ETH right now too. And I have two trades on ETH. I probably won't take that inside ladder on Bitcoin because I'm taking that on ETH. The reason I'm more interested in longing ETH is because we have not hit our target for ETH. I expect we will hit our target, so it's easier to aim higher for ETH than for Bitcoin. And I guess for ETH BTC, yeah, it makes more sense to me. ETH has a liquidity pull higher. It pays to push price up here, so it makes sense to long it. It makes less sense to short it. So, we have this gap down here. I'm trading that on Bitcoin. I'm not going to trade it on ETH. I'm going to trade the inside ones on ETH. The RR up here is quite high, so I like it. And one thing I want to point out from now trading so many of these ranges is when these ranges form and you have this big fair value gap and you have these, the first daily lows, is oftentimes a lot of people want to trade under here, but they go untouched for weeks. So an example would be, um, everybody wanted to trade over here initially, over this first daily high, and it happened. It took about a month, and then everybody wanted to trade over this high right here, at 17 right here, and it took weeks, and it took months to trade, or a month to trade over there. Another example was, as soon as we dumped down here, everyone wants to short this one or this one. It took over a month. So if we invert it and flip the chart, like it's possible that we take these lows a month from now. And that's something I'm going to consider. Now, I'm in a long here. The long was based on a fair value gap. Again, if I had been paying attention this week, hopping in a short in these areas, this area could have been great. I didn't do it. So this short was based on entering in this fair value gap here. And we have an upward structure. It does make sense that we would come and knock me out of both of these. It's definitely possible, but I want to just trade towards the target. That's something that I learned works great, is trading towards the target. No reason to short until we've at least taken this target. In here I could look for shorts, but I've been telling you guys I'm interested more in longs this year. Now, I like this one as an inside ladder with a sweep of this low. This one, I don't think I should advance my stop loss. It hasn't moved, it's reacted fine, but it hasn't moved very much, and there's a fair value gap right here. And there's also, it wouldn't be that unusual for price to want to take these lows and create a new double low right here. So I think I'm just going to leave it. It moved less than an R in my favor, about an R in my favor. So I think I'm going to do nothing here and just hold on to my positions. And I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. And we'll see how we are in the morning. But I'm planning on taking a higher volume of trades and a higher variety of types of trades at a smaller position size rather than a larger position size, same thing, and with Bitcoin and ETH. Now, I will say that my daily exhaustion system, I trust that. My poke the gap, run the gap, I trust that. Not to win all the time, but to trade it. My inside ladder, I trust that. I have enough data and research and examples of times when it worked. The one thing I really need to work on is the breakout trading system, where as we push into these liquidity ladders, market buy in the direction of the trend. That would have allowed me to get in this trade right here. And especially right here, this one coiled up perfectly. Yeah. But 2023, I didn't blow up. I'm okay. I have a lot of time to work. I'm going to work hard. I'm gonna play hard and have fun, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's look at macro. Sort of chopping and rounding, pausing here for a breather. It makes sense that we go up here to me. We could pull back, but it makes sense that we should go up here. Okay, I'm done for the night. Much love. Peace. Let's get it.